Oh, king.
Look at those white sides.
Ooh, black widow.
Pretty sizable eggs.
Oh, that one's awesome.
You think I backed up far enough?
If you can't tell, it's very hot today. Got some storms coming in, and we're gonna be doing whatever we can to find snakes. I know that's vague, but it's gonna start with cruising, and then it'll transition to whatever feels like is gonna produce snakes. Yeah. Hang on. Do you want me to move up a little bit? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a monstrous puddle in front of us. We have John Diorio coming up the sideline right now. He's gonna do it. Sticky bottom. Nice knowing you, John. If he makes it through, I'll do it. I'm too soft though. Go, John, go. Go, John, go. No problem. All right, I guess I'm just a baby.
Hasn't moved at all.
Seriously? Mm-hmm. Did you see it out the window or were you walking?
Yeah, I saw it out the window.
You're kidding me. That's awesome. So this is as found. That looks gravid to me, dude. Look how fat it is on the back. I think that's gravid because think about a green snake. Unless it gobbled up like 10 freaking big grasshoppers.
I mean, but here, look at the vent, like by the vent.
Yeah, it's fat up into the vent. That is as fat as a rough green gets. It's likely looking for a spot to lay its eggs in this humidity. That's pretty awesome. I'd love to pick this thing up, but I think we're just going to leave it as it is because it's a fatty. It's starting to move now, but I'll show you for size reference. It's a good sized green snake, pretty average sized. Alright guys, it has been a long, hot, mostly snakeless day, and we're just kind of cruising around today because there's supposed to be this big storm front coming in. It's rained a little bit, and you never know in the summer how the weather's actually going to pan out. So we're just kind of playing it by ear, cruising around right now, hoping that we get some more snakes on the road. We'd love to see a rattlesnake, or maybe like a corn snake or a pine snake, but if that doesn't work, I will eventually be flipping for milk snakes, cool ones. So hopefully we see some of those. Yeah, do not go over there at all. Anywhere past the white line is no good. All right, guys, this is Will Robertson coming from John Diorio's phone. We were blueberry picking, as you can see. Oh, wow, he was fast. And look at that. That's awesome. Dude, that's a really pretty one. Holy smokes. Look at that. Gonna wag his tail too. That's a really pretty king. All right, so I had to run all the way back to the car while John waited with this king snake. And man, I don't even know how to explain what was going on, but basically it started pouring like crazy, just torrential rain. And we were like, there is no way we're finding any snakes. The rain started to calm down, and usually I don't see much on the road or much out and about when it starts to rain that heavily. So we were like, you know what, let's collect some blueberries. It's prime blueberry season. So we're like, all right, let's do some blueberry picking. We collect a bunch of blueberries. I didn't even have a flashlight, and we're walking back, and luckily John had a flashlight because he was able to spot this king snake. That's so crazy. We were not at all even really looking for snakes anymore. We've seen a couple random water snakes and things like that. And then there's just this beautiful king snake out and about, crawling along the wetland edge. I didn't even have my phone to put it into perspective. Like, I was like, we're gonna get soaked on this hike probably. Let's just walk and see what happens. And yeah, surprise snake. That's awesome. After a whole day of kind of, you know, really kind of scraping by with very little finds. Really nice sides on the king here. Just trying to see that side profile. He's got chain links. I love like nice chains like that. All right, letting this guy go where he was, which is pretty much right along the edge of the swamp here. Curious to see what it does. Look at that. Probably doesn't want to go totally out into the water. But after all that rain we had, you know, yeah, look, he's coming away from the water and back into the grass here. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna leave that guy to it.
All right, guys, so I'm out again today. It is dumping rain, but we need to find snakes today. And the reason for that is because it's my birthday. By the time you're seeing this, it's gonna be way past my birthday because I have a lot of videos in the queue right now. And I'm not just posting this to get happy birthday wishes. Just kidding. The whole reason I came down is because I always, every year, try to get a snake on my birthday. And that's the goal today. I really want to see a nice milk snake on my birthday. And the past like day or so of filming has not been super productive. It was like super hot. All that to say, it's really wet out right now. Soaked. I'm dry right now. I'm gonna get soaked. I don't want to get soaked, but I really want to find a snake. So as soon as I start walking through these bushes, I'm gonna be wet as can be. But I'm gonna flip cover and see if I can get a birthday snake, and that will make today and this whole outing a success.
The worst part about going out in the rain is walking through this kind of stuff, because the leaves are just covered in water, and then your boots get full of water. And by the time I'm done with this spot, my socks will not be dry. I think dryness could be the key today. I think snakes are gonna want somewhere where they're not getting soaked by the rain. Looks really good. Let's see. There's mushrooms growing on this. Oh, king. Yes. Heck yeah. That's a birthday snake right there. All right, gotta keep this pretty brief for the sake of my camera, but absolutely stunning little king snake right here. Shed right in my hands. Off camera, I was able to just gently let that skin slither right off in my hands. And I put it back under the cover that it was with. Try not to get my camera too wet here. But man, this is just like a, look at those white sides. Jeez. This is a gorgeous king. One of my favorite species of snake, right after I shot that intro at one of the first spots of the day. All right, my camera's getting real wet, so I'm gonna put this beautiful snake back in the cover here and keep looking.
Well, I'm like 1 or 2 spots into the day and I'm absolutely drenched. It is so wet out today. I did not know it was gonna be this wet, but mission is accomplished already. We found a snake, but I wanna find more.
Okay, now it seems like the rain is starting to slow down a little bit, which is excellent. Oh, look at that. 5-line skink with eggs. Man, that is just too freaking cool. I don't want to disturb it at all, but that's like a young female 5-line skink. Oh, okay, she fled. That's okay. It's honestly probably better because the eggs are safe in that little cavity there and I can put this down. And then she's in here and I'll make sure she finds her way back under. No one under that one. So you'd imagine snakes, like I said, are trying to get dry today unless they want to shed like that king snake. So even that king snake was kind of, whoa, black widow. Gotta watch your fingers out here. Okay. Let me flip this, and maybe we can take a look at that black widow. I'm waiting for the day that I see this and I'm like just trigger happy at the flash of red and I grab a black widow by accident. I don't think that'll actually happen, but what's more likely is that, like you saw, I'll be rummaging my hands through this debris and I will find an unfortunate surprise with this black widow. But anyway, we're gonna leave this as is. I'll just have to remember that it's in here because it looks like it found a nice little home here. So the rain's starting to lighten up, and that means that the flies are out. It's a non-stop battle out here. Well, wish me luck. I'm going out there. Oh, wow. Dang, those are racer eggs. I'm not exactly thrilled to see those because black racers are a big predator of milk snakes. But hey, it's interesting at least. You can tell that these are black racer eggs because see, you have this like really rough sandpapery texture on the outside. You'll notice they're also pretty sizable eggs. Pretty size, like when you get eggs this size with this like rough sandpapery texture, those are racer eggs. So I'm just gonna cover these things back up with the board and keep looking around. Oh, dude, that one's awesome. Whoa. Oh, it's orange. Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy. Is this our friend from years ago? It might be. Guys, this thing is absolutely ridiculous. Look at the thick black and the color on this thing. It's like a pastel orange. Ridiculous looking snake. And I think that this could be a snake that we saw years ago. And it was small when we saw it years ago. I'm gonna have to compare photos, but I'm like looking at some of the markings. I'll let you guys know in the video, the bottom here, whether this is a new snake or a recap. But if it's a recap, it's a lot more exciting than the usual recap because it's been like at least 2 years since we've seen this snake, and it's tripled in size. It's like a full adult male now, or seems to be a male. It's absolutely gorgeous. So different than most of the milks in this area. I mean, you can see, like that is a ridiculous snake and it's large. Look at that coloration. It's like so light in color. What a weird one. It almost looks hypo. There's a bizarre one. Wow, this spot just has such weird milk snakes. I really like this one though. Those are two extremely high quality snakes on my birthday. And I think they're, I mean, those are the only two snakes I've seen, I believe. It's even got white coming through on the sides. Like that snake is ridiculous. All right, well, because I'm in an area where I think other people might have found the spot, and I have a suspicion that some of them could, I'm just saying could be people that would collect snakes and take them from the wild. I'm letting this guy go in a nearby stump, and this is the kind of natural habitat that these snakes often use. But I'm just kind of giving him a nice dry, similar place. You can see how dry it is behind the bark here. And he'll be just fine here. It's well within the area that he was in, but I just don't want someone coming here immediately after me and taking the snake. Cautionary measure. All right, check this out. Ugh. Look at all the suds in here. That's just from walking through the bushes. Look at this. That's the downside to the muck boots is, I mean, when it's soaking out, you're getting soaked. Ooh, skink. Whoa. Huh. All right, this thing has had racers in it every single time we've checked it. Man, I haven't been out alone in a while. I'm forgetting, yep, how hard this is to do on my own. Yeah. Look at all these tunnels. I don't think a milk snake would be caught dead under this pile. Whoa, little red-bellied snake. Cinnamon phase too. Nice little red-bellied snake. As we start to get into the summer months, we see more and more of these. This one's probably gravid. It's really fat on the back section. And they get really, really findable as the summer goes on, which is kind of a change from the usual trajectory with snakes over the summer. So anyway, I will send her back on our way here. Well, that's gonna be it. Got pretty warm unexpectedly. I did not think the sun was coming out, but it did. I guess with this warmth and humidity, snakes probably started to move out from undercover and start to do things, because I was not flipping much despite lots and lots and lots of stuff that I went through. So anyway, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.